Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so today we are tackling the ultimate philosophical shortcut. We're doing a deep dive into Vedanta. And this isn't just, ancient wisdom. Our sources frame it as something much bigger, like ancient India's grand unified theory of consciousness.
That's a great way to put it.
Our whole mission here is to get to the raw essence of it, the end of all knowledge.
And the sources have this perfect analogy for it.
Mm.
Just imagine you spend years, maybe your whole life, reading a 10,000-page manual on how to build a rocket,
Okay.
how to fuel it, how to launch it. I mean, every little detail. That's the first part of the Vedas.
All the rituals, the doing.
All the doing. But then the final chapter, Vedanta, and the name itself says it all. Veda is knowledge, Anta is his end. It just says, you don't need the rocket.
You are already on the moon.
You are already on the moon.
Exactly. Wow. That reframes everything. So our goal is to understand that radical shift, that leap from doing to knowing, and how this ancient idea somehow became the missing piece for, of all people, the architects of quantum physics.
Yeah.
So let's start there. How does the source material actually define the difference in value between those two paths? What's the real payoff for just stopping the doing?
Well, it's the difference between a salary and your net worth.
Ah, okay. I like that.
The early focus, what they call Jnana Kanda, that's the rituals or doing section. You perform these fire sacrifices to get, temporary results.
The bigger salary.
A bigger salary, exactly. It brings you a kind of happiness, sure, but it's conditional. You have to keep showing up to work.
Right.
Vedanta flips this completely with Jnana Kanda, the knowledge section. It argues you need to stop all that conditional doing and start the knowing. That's how you achieve permanent freedom.
The spiritual net worth.
Your spiritual net worth. The sources use another great analogy. The rituals are like the leaves and flowers on this giant Vedic tree. But Vedanta is the ripe fruit. Once you understand the nature of reality, the rituals they become obsolete.
Before we jump into the different schools that debated this, we should probably anchor the core ideas they're all arguing about. The sources use two words over and over, Brahman and Maya.
Right, and you can't understand any of this without them. Brahman is, to put it simply, it's the one singular underlying reality of everything, the substrate.
The fundamental isness of the universe.
Yes, and Maya is the mysterious power that makes that one thing appear to be many different things. It's the illusion of separation. It's the magic trick.
So once the goal shifted to knowing Brahman, that's when the big arguments started.
Oh, absolutely. You get these three philosophical giants who emerge, and they're all fiercely debating the precise relationship between you, the individual, and the ultimate reality.
It wasn't a monolith then.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And while you have these three major schools, one perspective really became dominant and, sort of shaped the path for everyone else.
And that would be Advaita.
Non-dualism, championed by a philosopher named Shankara. It's the most absolute, the most radical take.
What's the core idea?
Only Brahman exists, period. The world as we see it. It's Maya. It's an illusion. The analogy they use is the wave in the ocean. The wave eventually realizes, wait, I am not just a temporary wave. I am fundamentally the ocean.
That makes sense. But the other schools pushed back on that.
They did. You have Ramanuja's Vishishtadvaita, or qualified non-dualism. He says, hold on, you are distinct, but you're still a vital part of God. Like you're a single cell in the body of God.
So you're real, but defined by that connection.
Exactly. And then the third position, Vaita, from Madhva, is pure dualism. It insists the individual and God are eternally separate. Like a reflection in a mirror is not the sun itself. It's just a reflection.
But it was Advaita's radical non-dualism that really broke through.
That's the one that shocked the system. And that's the one that traveled.
And this is where it gets really mind-bending, because it connects this ancient insight straight to the 20th century, to Erwin Schrödinger.
The father of quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
He was, by all accounts, deeply obsessed with Advaita Vedanta.
What was the connection for her, from a physicist's point of view?
Well, Schrödinger was trying to solve a puzzle. The puzzle of how all this separate matter, all these distinct particles can possibly exist within a single unified field.
And Vedanta gave him the framework.
It handed him the answer. He famously concluded, consciousness is a singular mode of which the plural is unknown.
That singular consciousness is Brahman.
It is. And Vedanta solves that puzzle of separation with the rope and the snake analogy. It's brilliant. In the dark, you mistake a rope on the ground for a snake and you suffer. You feel real fear.
But the snake was never actually there.
Never. The light of knowledge comes on and you see it was always just a rope. That's Brahman. The snake, which is the separate world. It
Yeah.
was just a hallucination of the mind.
So if that separation is just an illusion caused by ignorance, what's the one practical thing the sources say a listener should change? Not a new ritual, but a change in understanding.
The change isn't in doing anything. The change is in recognizing your true identity. The entire teaching is right there in 3 Sanskrit words, Tat Tvam Asi.
You are that.
You are that. It marks the end of the road for all seeking, because the search is over the moment you realize you were the object of the search all along.
And that really summarizes the whole journey, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The Vedas began by looking outward at the fire, the sun, the gods outside of us, but they ended by directing our gaze inward to the fire in your own heart.
Beautifully put.
So consider the full implications of that revelation. If the world's separation is merely an illusion, what part of your daily striving or suffering disappears the moment you accept that the divinity you have been searching for, you already are?